Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Get ready, because today we're unpacking some seriously bold predictions for the upcoming Rugby Championship.
Yeah, definitely some eye catchers in this piece.
Our mission is to pull out the key insights from a fascinating article. It lays out 5, let's say, unlikely scenarios that could actually happen as the tournament unfolds. We're looking at a piece from August 8th, 2025, titled Rugby Championship, 5 Bold Predictions as Books to End Eden Park Streak.
It's packed with interesting takes.
Absolutely. We're here to give you the shortcut, get you up to speed on the biggest potential lines. And hey, before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession. You don't want to miss these deep dives.
Definitely subscribe. And what's really compelling here, I think, is how these predictions, well, they really challenge the standard thinking, don't they?
They absolutely do.
Offering a fresh, maybe even audacious perspective on
Mhm.
what's shaping up to be a brilliant competition, especially after the July tests and that Lions series down under. We're not just going to list them off. We want to dig into the why. Why these calls? How could they change things?
Okay, let's get straight into the first bombshell prediction. And it's a massive one. The Springboks to win at Eden Park.
Wow. Yeah, that's the headline grabber.
I mean, when I read that, I had to pause. This article suggests the All Blacks' incredible run, 50 unbeaten matches, 31 years, that it's going to end when the Books visit in September.
The back-to-back world champs, no less.
Exactly. It's been this, impregnable fortress forever. The idea of anyone winning there against the All Blacks, it's almost unthinkable. So what's the logic? Why now?
Well, the article really focuses on the decision by New Zealand Rugby, NZR. They've finally relented, is the phrase used.
Oh, okay.
Relented and scheduled this massive clash at Eden Park. It points out the All Blacks haven't actually played the Bucks there since 2013.
13. Wow, that long.
Yeah, which the article kind of cheekily suggests is almost like they've been running scared from playing their biggest rivals on that specific ground.
Interesting angle.
And remember, while the Springboks got, well, absolutely destroyed, as the article puts it, by Foster's All Blacks in Auckland in 2023.
I remember that one.
That was at Mount Smart Stadium. Different place, different vibe maybe.
Right, crucial difference.
So this game, September 6th, it's circled. A big target for Rassie Erasmus and his team. Especially, and this is key, with the All Blacks maybe still considered not quite convincing under Scott Robertson.
Okay, so the timing, the venue, a bit of perceived vulnerability. It all lines up for a potential upset.
That's the argument being made. It's a unique convergence of factors, a potential statement game.
It really is. But even with Robertson settling in, I mean, the All Blacks at home, they're still incredibly tough, surely.
Yeah.
Does the article weigh that side much?
It's more focused on the opportunity, really, on the Springboks' proven capability and the current All Black situation. It's framed as, look, if any team could break this streak, if there was ever a time.
It's this team right now.
Exactly. It highlights the Boks' mentality, their ability to rise to these massive occasions, especially against New Zealand. It's not just about the win. It's about potentially cracking that aura of invincibility.
Okay. Bold. Very bold. Let's move from one big call to maybe an even bolder one. Argentina to finish above the All Blacks.
Yeah, this one's right up there, too.
You read about Las Pumas' continued inconsistency, that shoddy 2-0 series defeat to a second-string England in July, and you think, how?
It seems contradictory, doesn't it?
It does. But then the article reminds us, hey, they can rise to the occasion. They've beaten top teams before. It's easy to write them off. History says maybe don't.
Well, and their resilience is quite something. Think back to last year's Rugby Championship. They finished just 2 points behind the All Blacks.
Really? That close?
Yep. And along the way, they beat the Wallabies, they beat the All Blacks, and they beat the Springboks.
Wow. Okay. That context is important.
It shows what they can do. And here's a quirky stat the article mentions. Argentina's 3 wins over the All Blacks. They've all come either on neutral ground or away. Strange.
Very strange. No home wins against them.
Not yet. So the article says they'll relish getting the All Blacks first up in South America this year, a chance to make a statement early.
And they've got reinforcements coming back.
Big time. Key guys. Marcos Kramer, Joel Sclavi, Tomas Albornoz, Choco Barres, Malia. They were rested in July. They'll bolster the squad now.
Okay.
The aim is at least one victory over the All Blacks, maybe even back-to-back wins against them to build momentum. Their unpredictability plus that passion. They're definitely a potential dark horse if things click.
So it's about that potential clicking, that emotional peak. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, shifting from teams to individuals. Prediction number 3, Simon Parker to become the All Blacks' first choice number 6.
The rookie blindside flanker.
Yeah, 25 years old, a chance to step up, especially when, as the piece says, poor defeats and performances can open the door. But a rookie straight into the starting six jersey for the All Blacks, that feels, well, very bold again.
It does, but the context here is around the selection at 6 recently.
Oh.
Tupou Vai played the first 2 French tests, did a very fine job, apparently.
Yeah.
But reading between the lines, the article suggests it highlighted Robertson's uh, complete lack of trust in Sammy Paney Finau.
Oh, really?
Finau even dropped behind Parker in the Chiefs' pecking order during Super Rugby this year. And the suggestion is All Blacks management rates Parker very highly. He probably would have been involved in July if he hadn't been injured.
Gotcha. So what's his profile? What makes him stand out?
She's described as a modern-day archetypal blindside, almost 2 meters tall.
Good size.
Has another line-out jumper, which is huge, hits hard, carries well, and apparently has a tremendous engine.
Yeah.
Covers the park.
Sounds like the full package.
He's definitely one to watch. If he gets that chance, keep an eye on him.
So maybe less about him being a rookie, more about him being the type of player Robertson wants in that specific role, a potential changing of the guard.
Exactly. It could be Robertson putting his stamp on the team, backing a player who fits his system perfectly. It suggests maybe moving past established names if the fit isn't quite right. It's a calculated risk, for sure.
Right. Injecting new energy.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of squads and strategy, prediction number 4. Every single player in the Springbok squad will get game time.
Every player, yeah.
They're expected to go full bore in those 2 massive games against New Zealand, obviously. But the article suggests the other games against the Wallabies, against Argentina, offer a chance to rotate significantly, just like they did last year. It speaks volumes about their depth, doesn't it?
Incredible depth.
Yeah.
And it raises that big question about squad management, doesn't it? Especially for the reigning world champs. The Wallabies might have improved a bit since the Boks dominated them last year, but the article reckons that won't stop Erasmus rotating in those opening 2 games against Australia.
Yeah.
Then after the All Blacks blockbusters, they face Argentina home, and then that sort of away game at Twickenham.
Right, the London fixture.
More chances to experiment, give guys minutes. Now, they did get stung in Santiago del Estero last year. That was their only loss on the way to the title.
I remember that slip-up.
But the feeling is they have the depth to rotate and still win comfortably. And the specific detail, last year, Nico Janse van Rensburg was the only fit player in the squad who didn't get a game.
Okay. Just one guy missed out.
So the prediction is this year, Erasmus will look to go one better, give everyone a run over the 6 matches. It's pretty remarkable planning if they pull it off.
It really is. But is there any risk there? Sacrificing a bit of continuity, maybe? Or can their system handle that much chopping and changing?
That's always the balancing act. But the article implies the Boks system, their culture, it's strong enough. The benefits of blooding players, managing workload, building for the future, maybe they outweigh any short-term continuity risk.
The Bok barometer, as you called it? Everyone ready?
Exactly. It's long-term thinking, maximizing the whole squad. Makes them tough to plan against.
Absolutely fascinating stuff. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this deep dive into rugby strategy and these bold calls, hit subscribe on Rugby Obsession. Don't miss out.
Definitely do. Lots more to come.
Okay, finally, let's wrap up with prediction number 5, a potentially heartwarming one, this time involving the Wallabies. James O'Connor to have a glorious match-winning moment.
JOC, the veteran.
Yeah. He got called into the squad after Noah Lalisio's injury, but then didn't make the 23 for the Lions tests. Tom Linna and Ben Donaldson got the nod at 10. Must have been tough for him.
Close, but no cigar initially. But then, as the article points out, there was a twist.
Right.
Young Tom Linna got that concussion in the 3rd Lions test. He's out for the Springbok games, which, the article says, logically moved O'Connor up the pecking order.
Makes sense, so he's back in the frame.
He is. Now, Coach Joe Schmidt might want to give the younger Tane Edmonds some experience thinking ahead to the home World Cup in a couple of years.
Sure, build for the future.
But the article argues the 35-year-old O'Connor remains the ideal bench option. It mentions how he fulfilled a role with aplomb for the Crusaders when they won Super Rugby.
Including that match-winning kick against the Blues.
Exactly, kicking under pressure against their big rivals.
Yeah.
So the article poses that lovely question. It couldn't happen again, could it? It directly references Quade Cooper's amazing return in 2021. Remember that. Last-minute penalty against the Bongs, just 2 years after they'd won the World Cup.
I remember it vividly. What a moment that was. So they're suggesting a similar fairy tale ending for O'Connor?
That's the narrative potential, yeah.
But beyond the romance of it, what's the hard rugby reason he's still the ideal bench option at 35? When Schmidt might be looking younger, what does he offer?
It's got to be that experience, hasn't it? And composure. 35 years old, he's seen pretty much everything on a rugby field.
True.
He can cover multiple positions, which is handy off the bench. He brings that calm head, a reliable kicking game, especially in those tight end-of-game moments.
Clutch moments need cool heads.
Precisely. While building guys like Edmund is vital for the future, having a veteran who can step in, manage the game, execute under pressure, like he did for the Crusaders, that's gold dust.
Yeah.
So it's not just sentiment, it's about what he brings. That blend of skill and big game temperament, it really speaks to the value experience can still have.
A potential magic moment waiting to happen. Okay, so let's recap. 5 incredibly bold predictions we've dived into.
Quite the list.
The Springboks to finally break that Eden Park streak against the All Blacks. Argentina to finish higher than New Zealand on the table. Simon Parker stepping up as the All Blacks starting 6. Every single Springbok getting game time. And James O'Connor delivering a match-winning moment for the Wallabies.
Oh.
These aren't just results, they're stories waiting to be written, potential narratives that could absolutely define this rugby championship.
And connecting it all, I think these predictions, whether it's about strategy like the balk rotation or the emotion of a comeback like O'Connor's, they just highlight how dynamic and wonderfully unpredictable rugby is. They make us look beyond just the scores, don't they?
Yeah.
Think about the deeper stuff, team dynamics, player psychology, coaching strategies, all these undercurrents that could lead to really massive outcomes. It reminds you that even when you think you know what's coming.
Rugby finds a way to surprise you.
Always.
So, what do you, listening, think? Which of these predictions stands out? Are any totally wild or maybe more likely than they first seemed after our chat? Let us know your thoughts on social media. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah, get involved in the conversation.
And before we sign off, one last reminder. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession. You won't want to miss what we've got coming up next.
Definitely hit subscribe.
Thank you so much for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. We look forward to listening to our next episode.